All right, everybody, good evening and welcome to the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium tonight on quite a rainy and unpleasant Wednesday night here for the hometown Michigan Wolverines to take on the Titans of the University of Detroit Mercy. My name is Nick Hornberg, and riding shotgun with me tonight, at least at the outset, is Nick Lee. Michigan ranked number 16 in the country against an unranked University of Detroit Mercy. Michigan sitting at 8-2-1 overall, with their last result being a loss to the Indiana Hoosiers here at this stadium on Sunday. And now as the teams take the field, or correction, as their final preparations right before formations, Michigan lines up in their standard 4-3-3 as they have all season, with Henry Mashburn in goal, with a back line of Marcelo Borges at the left, Peter Brown at the right, Austin Swyke not starting tonight, rather unexpected, Jackson Reagan and Daniel Mukana, the two center backs. The midfield, Mark Ibarra holding down, screening that defense with the co-captains Ivo Serta and Robbie Mertz holding down the center of the park. Forwards, Jack Hallahan and Umar Farouk Osman on the wings, and Noah Kleed. A little bit differently, a 3-4-3 with a back three of Garrett Weaver, Dylan Philwalk, and Grant Harrison, with a midfield of Daniel Ayak, Dimitri Pliakos, Dominic Gatson, and Trevor Dion, and a front three of Jake Porman, Jake Reitzloff, and James Solomon. And now, as the teams line up, and Devin Mendez will start in goal here for the Michigan Wolverines. And it looks like Michigan will take the ball at the outset of this first half here. And the rain not coming down very hard, however. It is very windy and rain coming down horizontally, I might even say.
Yeah, for sure. The Michigan soccer team is looking ready to start.
And now we're underway, and it will be Ibarra will take the first pass from Cleat Key, long ball all the way down to Umar Farouk Osman, and Robbie Mertz will have it on the left side. He will play it back to Peter Brown, who will then play it back to Reagan, back to Brown. And long ball down, looking for Cleed Key, however, Cleed Key offside, and a little bit of a correction there. Actually, that will not be necessary, as now Mendez will stand outside the box to take this kick as it's offside, and Mendez launches it all the way down, and it will get all the way past U of D, and it will go to Reagan, to Borges, who was almost caught in possession right there. Correction, that's actually Peter Brown. And Serta is able to play it out to the right to Hallahan on the right wing. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan with that left foot will do that a lot. And it will be Peter Brown on the right side. Brown plays it back to Mukana. Mukana reverses field over to Reagan on the left side. Reagan pushes up, centers it to Mark Ibarra, who plays it to his midfield companion Ivo Serta. And now Peter Brown plays Hallahan on the overlap. Hallahan unable to flag it down, out of bounds, and it will be a University of Detroit throw. And the throw will fall to Solomon. And now to Pliakos. Pliakos plays in Porman down the middle, and Borges able to come over and knock it over to Henry Mashburn, who will then reverse field and play it out to Peter Brown on the right. Serta plays a little 1-2 with Brown, who Reagan out to Borges. And Borges loses the ball to Trevor Dion. And now it's Dion. Dion will play it out to the right side to Reitzloff, who will play it in the middle to Solomon. Solomon looking for a shot, however, blocked straight back by Reagan. And now it will fall to Pliakos, who has it knocked straight down by Borges. And it will be Borges again. Borges appears to have dyed his hair blonde, and Borges goes down, a foul called on Garrett Weaver. And free kick taken quickly. Now it's Mertz. Mertz will come inside from the left. Mertz, Serta calling for it, plays it back to Mukina. Mukina now to Serta on the right. Serta looks for Brown on the right side. Brown looking for an overlap. Nobody home. He plays it back to Mukina. Mukina out to Reagan. Reagan will take it a little longer to Borges down the left side. And Borges will play it all the way back to Reagan. Reagan will try to reverse field. Difficult proposition in this win, but he pulls it off down to Brown. Now Hallahan. Hallahan cuts back to Serta. 1-2 with Hallahan. Hallahan reverses field all the way to Borges on the other side. Borges very far forward. And Borges able to play in Osmond on the overlap. Osmond playing the cross in. Kleedke not quite there. Knocked over the net for a corner by number 22, Grant Harrison. And Michigan will have a corner from the left side.
Michigan is looking very solid today. Solid passes all throughout so far.
And it will be Mark Ibarra, Michigan's deep-lying playmaker, who will take the corner as he usually does. And Ibarra in swinger. Serta goes up for the header. A little bit over. Michigan not unfamiliar to scoring in that way with the cross to their two midfielders, Serta or Robbie Mertz. Neither one particularly tall, however. Both have strong verticals and very good with their heads. And Devin Mendez will take the goal kick. And Mendez will hoof it long. And Brown pops it up in the air before it's knocked down by Dion. And it's hoofed into the Michigan zone. Long ball headed back by Reagan to Mashburn. The kick there by Solomon. And Borges plays one in. Clever ball there to Mertz. Now back to Borges. Borges back to Mertz. Gets past him. Borges tracks back. Plays out to Borges on the left. Borges to Mertz again. Mertz loses the ball and out of bounds. Heavy touch right there, and U of D will take a throw, and that is Harrison. And another heavy touch there by Weaver. And Borges will take the throw for Michigan. And it will be Reagan. Now to Mukina. Mukina plays in Serta. Serta tries to play one long to Hallahan. A little bit indecisive, not sure who he was playing that out to, Hallahan or Kleedke, but either way, pinball up in the air and hoofed long by Gatson. And now Mashburn back with the ball. We'll play it to Borges on the left. And Borges plays it back to Reagan. Jackson Reagan reverses field to Peter Brown on the right. Peter Brown looking to play a ball into Serta. Serta did not appear ready for it. The run was never made. And Mendez will pick up the ball and will drop kick it across the halfway line. Reagan looks to take it down, and Reagan puts it up into the air. Mertz. And it falls to Solomon. Solomon controls it. Good challenge by Hallahan, unsuccessful. Mertz puts it up in the air. Ibarra able to bring it down, and now it falls to Serta. Good touch right there, and a little flick up in the air by Mertz. Hallahan forced to play it back to Brown. Brown trying to reverse field, finds Garrett Weaver in the center. And now it's Dominic Gatson. Gatson almost gets caught in possession, now to Weaver. And a foul will be called. It appears on Mark Ibarra, and U of D will have a free kick. And it will be, looks like Garrett Weaver will take. Mendez will not call him off. Weaver boots it long. Wind picking up here. A little bit of a fight for the ball there by the halfway line, and a foul called over the head that appeared to be on Jake Reitzloff. And Michigan takes the kick short. Now it's Borges on the left side. to Reagan, to Ibarra, dropping back between the center backs. Ibarra plays it to Mukina at right-sided center back. Mukina signals for Hallahan to make a run, but ultimately decides to play the outlet out to Ibarra. Ibarra plays a long ball to Osman on the left side. Osman a little bit too high, able to put it up there with his head before Weaver. Control it, and it is possession arrow back to Mercy. And good challenge there by Reagan, and now Osman streaking down the left side. Osman looking for space. Osman goes down. Osman and Serta calling for a foul, none given. And it will be Weaver. Weaver will play the ball long, straight back to Henry Mashburn. Mashburn, Brown on the right side. And Brown tries to play a ball to Clede Key, however, good intervention there by Dylan Philwalk. And Philwalk misplaces a ball way out into the stands of the grandstand here at U of M Stocker Stadium. The grandstand well filled here. Of course, University of Detroit not very far from here, so a lot of fans of both oppositions. Unfortunately, being the first week of high quantity of exams, Michigan Ultras not really coming out tonight, and Hallahan loses the ball on the right, and Peter Brown able to intercept that clearing pass from Philwalk, and now Serta on the right. Serta looks to play at center, ultimately just plays it back to Brown still on the right. Brown plays it back to Mukina at the halfway line. Mukina to Brown. Michigan content to play it largely sideways early on in this first half. 35 minutes left in the first half. Game still scoreless, and Borges takes the ball on the left side. Borges plays a ball along to Osman. Beautiful ball. Osman just onside. Osman cuts back, looking for a cross, plays it back to Borges. Borges cuts inside. Borges, good cross in from far out, however, Clede Key not ready for it, unable to get ahead on it. And it will fall behind the net for a goal kick for Devin Mendez. And Mendez takes beyond the line, and it will be headed up into the air by Mukina. Mertz and Ayak fighting for it before it ultimately falls to Serta. Ivo Serta reverses field, plays it off to Borges. A bit of an overlead, however, Borges still able to control it, challenged by Dion. And now it's Hallahan centrally. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan with the shot. Deflected, almost in at the top. Deflected shot, tough angle for Devin Mendez. Mendez able to palm it over for a corner. Hallahan almost very lucky there. And Jack Hallahan, the left footer playing on the right wing, will take this corner from the right side. It'll be an in-swinging kick. Takes. And Mukina in with the header just over. The net will open right there. Mukina just unable to keep it down. Two great chances right there for Michigan. Ultimately, they are found wanting. And now will be a goal kick to Mendez. Mendez will take. Across the halfway line, and it will fall to Peter Brown, who tries to control it. Ultimately, it goes out of bounds for a Michigan throw. Brown will step up to take the throw. And Brown throws it across to Clede Key. Clede Key unable to control it. Out it goes for a U of D throw. And Philwalk with the throw. Ultimately, it falls to Dion. And then to Gatson. And ultimately, U of D unable to control it, falls to Ivo Serta. Mukina to Reagan. Reagan now to Borges. Borges plays it to Mertz. Borges on the left wing. Plays it to Mertz again. Again back. Bit of a 1-2, more like a 4-5 there with Mertz and Borges. Borges plays it back to Jackson Reagan. Reagan reverses field to Mukina. And Hallahan drops back. Hallahan cuts inside. 1-2 with Serta. Hallahan looks for the pass, finds Osman at the center. Osman cuts back around. Osman appears to slip and fall, able to recover and plays it out to Borges. Borges, no overlap to Hallahan, then to Borges on the overlap. Borges looking for the cross. Osman looking to take a touch, a little bit cross, a little bit behind him. Ivo Serta at the edge of the box, plays it out to nobody. It will roll out of bounds for a University of Detroit throw. And it will be Dylan Philwalk, the left wing back, who will take the throw. And across the field it goes. Brown able to control it. Flick there by Kleedke. Good flick, however, not much came of it. Mertz unable to control. And it will fall to Solomon, who will play it out to Pliakos on the left. However, pass too far ahead of Pliakos, and it will be another Michigan throw on the right side. Peter Brown delivers back to Mukina. Mukina will play it across to Reagan. And now Reagan to Serta to Hallahan. Hallahan comes inside to Serta. Not a great pass there. Kleedke not in good position. And Daniel. And Jake Poorman charging hard. And ball knocked away and out of bounds. Strong challenge right there by Jackson Reagan. No foul. It will be a mercy throw. An interesting move here. Dylan Philwalk, the left wing back, will take the throw from the right side. Normally you'd expect the right wing back, Mark Gatson, to throw. And actually, I stand corrected. Philwalk is playing at left-sided center half, not left wing back. And a little bit of hesitancy. U of D will play the long throw. And unsuccessful flick there by Dion. Hit clear by Mertz. And U of D will retain possession, however, just playing it into the Wolverine zone, akin to a dump and chase in hockey. And now Hallahan has space. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan gets taken down. Foul called on that appears to be Solomon. And Michigan will take it now. Borges on the left side. Borges looks for Osman, unable to find him, plays it back to Reagan. Now Ibarra at the halfway line. Ibarra now to Reagan. Now to Brown. Borges finds Osman. Osman plays it back out to Mertz, and Borges looks to get a cross into either Kleedke or Serta, who were down low, however, too far. It will be another goal kick for Mercy.
While the field seems to be tilted towards U of D's goal, Michigan cannot seem to capitalize fully on their opportunities.
I could not agree more. Michigan, as they have for much of the season, largely dominated possession, largely through that midfield with Ibarra, Serta, and Mertz, all very good on the ball. Mertz and Serta, of course, the senior co-captains of this team, the two central midfield partners. Those of you Spanish soccer fans, the Xavi and Iniesta of this Michigan team, if you will. And headed out of bounds by Philwalk. It will be another Michigan throw. Jack Hallahan will take a quick throw to Peter Brown. Brown plays to Kleedke. A bit of a heavy touch, forced to play it back to Mukina. Mukina to play that pass to Ibarra. Mukina plays it out to Serta on the right side. And now Reagan on the left side. It will fall to Ibarra. Ibarra plays Osman in. Borges sees no space, plays it back to Reagan. Reagan looks forward, ultimately plays it back to Mukina. Mukina able to play Serta in just at the attacking third. Now Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan plays Kleedke in. Kleedke flicks it to Mertz. Mertz looking for the cross. Going for the header, down by Gatson, and hit clear by Philwalk. And Mashburn will just play a long ball to Peter Brown. Well placed, actually. No Titan in sight, and now it will fall to Serta again. Brown to Serta. Serta back to Brown. Brown to Mukina. Mukina cross field to Reagan. Reagan to Ibarra at the halfway line. Ibarra drives forward. Ibarra looking for a pass. Ibarra strings it out to Hallahan. Ultimately, good first touch there by Jack Hallahan. And Hallahan cuts inside, looks for the pass. Nobody home. Or he perhaps just scuffed the ball. And now Daniel Ayak will have a fast break opportunity. He just hoofs it back into the zone, and it will go beyond the out-of-bounds line for a goal kick to Henry Mashburn, the first goal kick for Mashburn of this evening. And Mashburn takes. Reagan to Ibarra. Ibarra dropping between the center backs, plays it to Serta on the right. Serta back to Ibarra. Serta will switch. Ibarra will switch field and play it to Mertz. Mertz driving down the left side, and now Osman touch at the touchline. Osman plays in Kleedke. Kleedke control it and whip. Play it out to Reitzloff on the left side. Reitzloff gets past Brown. Reitzloff turns on the Jets. Brown able to recover nicely and play it out for a U of D throw. We are right behind what appears to be the opposing fan section, and it will be a long throw attempt by, it appears to be, correction, it will be a corner kick taken by Mark Gatson. And likely out of this, Mercy will have their first shot at goal, and Gatson, Portman looking to take it short, high corner in, headed clear by Mertz, and a foul called on the Titans. It appears that Solomon may have body checked Mertz a little bit right there, and it will be a goal kick. And now it will fall to Reagan. Reagan out to Borges on the left. Borges plays it back to Ibarra, once again dropping between the center backs. Ibarra now to Mukina. And now it's Peter Brown. Peter Brown starting in place of the regular starting right back, Austin Swike. And Borges plays it, ultimately deflected back to Reagan. Reagan plays it to Mertz, 1-2 with Reagan. Back again with Mertz. Mertz plays it into Osman. Osman drives forward before ultimately losing the ball to Garrett Weaver. And it falls to Reagan again, down to Mukina. Michigan center backs largely proving the foundation for the attack. Mukina to Peter Brown. Brown plays Hallahan. Good turn by Hallahan. Turns Philwalk. Now centers it to Kleedke. Kleedke trying to play in Brown on the overlap. However, not enough zip on that pass cleared. As far as Mark Ibarra. For Ibarra loses it, and Pliakos charging after it. Ibarra able to recontrol and plays it back to Mashburn, who boots it long. Weaver heads it back into Michigan's half, and it will be Daniel Ayak who loses the ball. Strong challenge there by Ibarra. And Reagan, playing at the left-sided center back position, will play it to Mashburn, who reverses field and plays it out to Brown. Brown now to Hallahan. Hallahan plays in Serta on the right side. Serta turns around, looks for a pass. Hallahan looking for space. Hallahan will take the ball. Hallahan has some space on his weaker right foot. Serta is in, and scuffed shot right there. Not sure who that last touch came off of, and the last touch came out of Hallahan, and Mercy will have a throw. Another chance there for the Michigan Wolverines, unable to capitalize. And once again, Michigan central midfielders acting as their primary threats in the box. And Philwalk will throw to Porman. Bit of a deflection and out of bounds, and after Referee decides Michigan throw. Peter Brown back to Mukina. Mukina to Reagan to Borges. Now it's Ibarra in the center of the park. Ibarra plays it out to Brown on the right. Peter Brown plays a long cross in, a little bit too far over Mertz's head. Mertz going after it. Mertz able to keep it in now to Osman. Osman. He has Mertz on the overlap. Osman will play another cross in. Attempted over the top kick by Serta. Unfortunately not able to connect. Brown. Long shot. I don't even know. Just over the net. I don't believe he intended that to be a shot. He attempted to cross in. However, Ivo Serta was offside and did not go for it. Still ultimately bagged himself a goal of his own. And it will be another goal kick to Devin Mendez. And played into long ball, and Mukina able to knock it down before ultimately ceding possession. And once again, U of D will just hoof it into the zone. And it will be Borges. Borges to Osman, who drops back and plays it all the way back to Jackson Reagan. And Ibarra will play a ball, trying to get out to Brown, but good positioning there by Reitzloff. And Hallahan to Serta, who plays it back to Reagan. Reagan looks for Mertz on the left side. Mertz has Borges on the overlap, however, took a deflection, and a handball is called on Garrett Weaver. Looked like came up and got him on the arm. Weaver arguing that his arms were at his sides. He was unable to avoid it, but the referee not phased, and it will be Mark Ibarra to take, especially Michigan's two central midfielders, Serta and Mertz, good with their heads, and Jackson Reagan, tallest player on the team, and actually tallest player on the pitch. And Ibarra just goes for the shot himself. Diving parry there by Mashburn. Correction by Mendez. That would have been a goal had he not been able to get it. Now Osman has it on the left wing. Osman looks to turn Weaver before ultimately a deflection out of bounds, and it will be a Michigan throw. Borges taking his time, and Osman moves into the box. Looks like the Wolverines are going to play a long throw. And Borges winds up, delivers it all the way into the box. Long throw, but nobody there. And foul called on Jackson Reagan appeared to have his arms right around Dylan Philwalk, and it will be a free kick to the Titans. Just under 19 minutes left in this first half. Still scoreless between Michigan and Detroit Mercy. Devin Mendez will take this goal kick. Mendez delivers. Down the field. Another foul on Jackson Reagan. Appeared to be scuffling with Mark Gatson. And now Mercy will have a free kick of their own in about the middle of the Wolverines' attacking zone.
This could be the Titans' chance to showcase their skills, as they have not shown up yet.
And it will be, appears to be Mark Gatson who will take the kick. No, he is, yes, he will take the kick. It appeared that Harrison would take the kick, and now ball in by Gatson. Another foul called on the attacking team off a free kick. Both sides really struggling with their discipline coming off set pieces. And now it's Mashburn to Brown, who plays back to Mukina, who reverses field now to Reagan. Reagan out to Borges on the left side. Borges to Reagan. Now it's to Mukina. Mukina finds Brown. Mukina signaling for Brown to play across the pitch. However, ultimately the safe pass back to him. And triangle there between Mukina, Serta, and Brown. Ultimately, Mukina 1-2 to Ibarra before finally reversing field and finding Reagan. Reagan plays it to Borges on the left. Borges looks for an inside pass. Borges lofts the ball in. Kleedke able to control, offside. And Kleedke call on Michigan so far in the first half, and will be another free kick to Mercy. Mendez knocks it down. Reagan puts it up in the air. Ultimately, it's knocked down to Hallahan, who will play it back to Brown. Hallahan on the half turn. Cuts inside, looks for Serta. Back to Hallahan. Hallahan now to Robbie Mertz. Mertz finds some space for Serta. Serta plays it out to Kleedke on the right wing. Kleedke looking for a cross. Kleedke low cross in. Osman unable to come down with it, and Mendez will jump up and retrieve that. And all players going forward. The Titans not going to play this short. And ultimately, not a great kick there by Mendez, however. Ultimately, Detroit able to get it into the neutral zone, and it will be Osman on the left side. He's got Borges on the overlap. He plays in Borges on the overlap. Borges will cut inside. Borges now to Brown. Michigan's fullbacks playing relatively central. Brown with the shot, blocked down by Philwalk. Serta calling for handball. Now Hallahan at the edge of the box. Hallahan will try a curler. Too far, out of bounds, goal kick. Hallahan not happy with himself. I don't know if it's for not playing the pass to Serta or not being able to curl that shot around for the first goal of the night. And it will be Devin Mendez who will take the goal kick. Mendez plays it long. And Brown unable to control it. Out of bounds it will go. Daniel Ayak will take the throw from the left side. Whistle blows. And it looks like U of D will make their first substitutions. Will be Poorman. And it appears to be Philwalk who will come out. Not quite sure who has come in to replace them. But either way, there will be a throw. And long throw into the box, headed clear. Hallahan over the head clearance and turn his marker. And now Borges. Borges cuts inside. Not often you see a left back in the center. Borges finds Kleedke in space. Kleedke able to string it out to Hallahan before he goes down. And good clearance there by Grant Harrison. And now it's Mertz on the left. Mertz looking for space, ultimately forced to just play it back to Borges. Borges now to Mertz. Mertz with the shot, way too high and far. Another goal kick. And the substitutions were number 4 for U of D, Justin Scheunemann, and number 11, Ryan Halloran. And now Daniel Ayak will come out, and in comes Colin Cavanaugh for the Titans. Titans now made 3 subs. Of course, college soccer, you can make unlimited subs, and players can come out and come back in. And now it's Reitzloff attempting a cross. Reitzloff screaming for a foul, but ultimately it falls to Mashburn, able to play it to Borges. Borges to Mertz. Mertz in the center. Kleedke plays it back to Serta. Serta, Hallahan on the right wing, cuts inside. Hallahan looking for space. Hallahan almost looking to shoot there, and now strings it out to Borges on the left. Borges, cross in. Kleedke and Serta both there, headed clear by Schoenemann. Hallahan will go for a shot on his weaker right foot, too high. Michigan with 8 shots, 2 on target so far now with 12 minutes left in this scoreless first half. Correction, that Hallahan's shot right there was the 9th. Detroit Mercy still yet to record a single shot. Devin Mendez. Long and left. There by Kavanaugh. And now Gatson will have a little bit of space before he loses out to Jackson Reagan. Reagan able to make a tackle and play it off Grant Harrison before it goes out of bounds. And it will be a Michigan throw. And now it will be another Michigan's first substitution. Noah Kleedke will come in. And Kleedke will be replaced by Sosa Emovan. Borges plays it into Osman. Not a great throw. Osman unable to control, and it will be a Mercy throw. And long throw controlled ultimately by the Wolverines. Mertz. Hallahan has a little bit of space, however, closed quickly by a charging Ryan Halloran. And now Kavanaugh forced to play it back to Harrison, who lofts it in. Good jumping header there by Mukana. No, called for over the back. And it will be Mark Gatson who will it will be Mark Gatson who will take this free kick just outside Michigan's attacking third. And Titans have numbers up. Cross goes in. Weaver looking to meet it, however, headed away by Mukana. Hallahan fighting with Colin Kavanaugh a little bit there, and a foul called on Kavanaugh, free kick given to Michigan. Peter Brown looking to take it backwards or sideways, and he will do that. It will fall to Jackson Reagan. Reagan out to Mukana on the right side. Mukana sees Serta. Serta plays Emovan. Emovan and Brown fighting for the same space there. Emovan able to come up with it and plays it to Serta. Serta drives forward. Serta moves to the center, plays it to Mertz. Mertz looking for the outside. He's got Osman ahead of him. Osman played in. Osman from the touchline. Osman gets a cross in. However, angle too tight. Nobody able to get on that. And it will go all the way through for a Detroit Mercy throw. And Detroit Mercy will use a 4th sub. And it will be Mohamed Miri coming in. And Peter Brown gets Emovan. Emovan running to the touchline. Emovan unable to come up with the ball. It will go out of bounds for a goal kick yet again. Miri coming on for Mercy to replace Jake Reitzloff. Mendez lines up to take the kick. Mendez boots it long. Headed up in the air by Mukana. And now it will be Kavanaugh who plays in Mohamed Miri before ultimately Mukana able to recontrol. Emovan goes for a ball before it ultimately falls to Hallahan. Hallahan avoids a challenge there by Philwalk. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan had some space. Had Mertz in on goal right there. Good defensive play there by Dylan Philwalk. Now Serta back to Peter Brown. Peter Brown lays it back to Mukina. Mukina now to Reagan across the field. Reagan to Robbie Mertz. Mertz has Borges on the overlap. Plays in Borges on the overlap. Borges goes for the high cross and a penalty. Michigan will have a penalty kick, a handball in the box. And it will be Mark Ibarra will take it from the spot. It appeared to Borges' cross did take a deflection. Couldn't see from here whether it was off the arm, and the referee seems to have decided it was. And Mark Ibarra, Michigan's deep-lying midfielder, will take this penalty for Michigan from the spot. Opportunity to go up 1-0 at the end of this first half. And Ibarra, perfect, in the top of the net. Michigan against the University of Detroit Mercy. Ibarra, penalty kick there, reminiscent of Gylfi Sigurdsson of Iceland at the World Cup. Not a falling Panenka-style kick, however, straight into the top bin of the net. Dead center. Mashburn dove to his, Mendez dove to his left. Unable to stop it. Perfect penalty take right there by Mark Ibarra. And Michigan now with the opportunity to go into halftime with a lead. And now Mercy will have to get a goal back before the end of this game and not let in any more. And now Halloran will throw. And it will be cleared back out of bounds by Peter Brown. Another throw for Halloran. And long throw into the box. No numbers there. Serta comes down with it. Serta looking to clear. Serta gets it blocked. And now Solomon will have the ball in the box, however, unable to control it before it falls to Trevor Dion. Now back to Garrett Weaver. Weaver turns Osmond, but can't control the ball. It goes out of bounds. It will be a Michigan throw. Rain still coming down here at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. Little over 5 minutes left in the first half. Michigan up 1-0 against the Titans of Detroit Mercy. And now Emavon lets it go through his legs, and foul called on Emavon. Looks like he may have pushed Dylan Philwalk there, down there, and a free kick will be given to Detroit Mercy, and some spectators up here not liking that at all. And Mendez will come out to take this kick from the left side. And long and curling towards the touchline. Ultimately headed out of bounds there by Peter Brown. Another throw to Mercy. And another long throw into the box. No numbers there. Nobody touches it. Out it goes for a Michigan goal kick. Mashburn eyes the long pass before playing it short to Ibarra, who outlets it to Serta. Now Brown has a little bit of space on the right before he's closed down by James Solomon. Now it's Serta back to Mukina. Plays it back to Serta. Serta looking forward. Serta plays it centrally to Ibarra. Ibarra, Mertz on the left side. To Borges. Excellent touch there, however. Borges slipping and falling. The pitch, of course, very wet tonight. Mertz ultimately knocked clear by Grant Harrison. Back to Henry Mashburn. Mukina now to Mark Ibarra. And Ibarra strings it out to Reagan. Reagan now to Ibarra. Ibarra looks to the opposite field to Mertz. Mertz eyes Peter Brown. Mertz ultimately decides to drive forward himself. Does play it ultimately out to Brown. Brown able to flick it up in the air for Hallahan. Now to Mukina. Mukina to Reagan. Borges on the left side. And Borges with a good ball into Mertz, played onside. Mertz looking for that in-swinging cross and headed clear by Halloran. And then the clear there by Garrett Weaver. Ball will go out of bounds at the halfway line, and it will be a Michigan throw. And throw taken quickly by Borges. Now Ibarra. Ibarra drives forward, plays it to Mertz. Mertz looks out to Borges on the overlap. Borges plays an in-swinging cross in. And now Sosa Emovan with a shot. Osman's in. Osman scores. 2-0 Michigan. Al Farouk Osman. Sosa Emovan took the ball just inside the 18-yard box. Almost appeared to shoot. He either scuffed it or he faked the shot and played that pass into Osman perfectly between the center backs. Osman able to get it under Mendez. Michigan now up 2 in the last 10 minutes of the first half. And now pass played long by Colin Kavanaugh. Too far, nobody home. Out for another Michigan goal kick. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Michigan up 2-0 now, with goals scored by Ibarra from the penalty spot and Osman from just outside the 6-yard box. And now Osman tries to play Emovan in. Michigan not quite done yet. Emovan, of course, will be credited with the assist on that second goal. And it will be another Michigan throw on the left side. Borges not considering the long. Good backheel flick there by Borges. And now Serta looks like will play a low cross in, headed knocked clear by Weaver. And now it will fall to Miri. Miri driving forward, going by himself against 4 Michigan defenders before Mukina able to knock it away. Mukina back to Reagan. Ibarra to Serta. Serta to Borges to Mertz. Mertz ultimately forced to play it back. Reagan to Serta. Serta plays a long ball. Brown has space, however, a bit of a heavy touch off his stomach. And now back to Ibarra. Ibarra plays it back. Now under a minute left in the first half. Michigan driving for a third goal. And Mertz. Good ball in, however, headed up in the air by Weaver before it's knocked clear by James Solomon. Now Umar Farouk Osman. Place it back to Jackson Reagan. Now to Mukina. Mukina taking his time. Now 20 seconds left in the first half. Michigan appears content to just go into halftime with a 2-0 lead. Mashburn ultimately plays it out to Reagan on the left. Reagan will play a long chip to Ibarra before it's headed clear by Miri Muhammad. And that is the end of the first half. Michigan clinging to a Michigan now into the locker room confident with a 2-0 lead against the Titans of the University of Detroit. And those goals being Ibarra from the penalty spot following a handball in the box. And the second goal, close range strike from just outside the 6-yard box by Umar Farouk Osman with Sosa Emovan on the assist. And Michigan will now take a short break. Nick, what did you think of this first half here for Michigan?
Michigan was looking very strong throughout the entire first half, as it was mostly in their offensive zone. The Titans was unable to maintain a strong possession as they cleared it out of their zone multiple times.
And now the reserves go back out on the field, get their legs fresh. And now we will take a 15-minute break. Be sure to stay tuned here at WCBN Sports for the second half in 15 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you very much for continuing to tune in to us here at WCBN tonight at the U of M Soccer Stadium. The rain seems to have abated a little bit, if only in the last couple minutes. Michigan going into the second half against the Detroit Titans, leading 2-0. Michigan with 11 shots on target, 4 on goal, and Mercy, no shots at all. Once again, it is the crew, Nick, joining you this evening, Nick Hornberg and Nick Lee. And Nick, what did you see in the first half that Michigan should continue to press in the second?
Michigan has had some very strong offense and has maintained possession all throughout the game. Titans have to pick up their game if they want to be able to compete against the Wolverine offense and defense.
All right, now the second half underway, and like that, it looks like the first sustained build-up for the Titans. However, Marcelo Borges able to control that and ensure that it goes out of bounds for a goal kick, and Henry Mashburn will take the first goal kick of the second half after having to go about halfway through the first without having to take a single goal kick. And it will be Mashburn who takes. Long way before getting popped up in the air before it falls to Mukina, who will pick it out of the air and kick it back into the Titan zone. And it will be Lucas Rosendahl making his game debut on the right wing. Jack Hallahan not out there currently. That is the only change made by the Wolverines from their end of first half lineup to this current lineup. Sosa Emovan still in there, who replaced Noah Kleedke in the first half. And now, once again, another pass in by Mercy before ultimately controlled by Michigan. Now Borges has room to run. Borges moves inside. Does that more than your average left back. Borges tries to play a ball back, ultimately ends up on his back. No pun intended. And now Mashburn forced to kick it far. And it will fall to Ibarra, who puts it up in the air. And falls to Mukina, and now to Jackson Reagan. Reagan tries to play a ball to a streaking Sosa Emovan across the pitch. Tries to play a good 1-2 ball there to Umar Farouk Osman, however, unable to keep it together.
Not bad.
And it falls to Rosendahl, who plays it to Ibarra in the center. Ibarra now out to Serta. Serta to Rosendahl to Peter Brown, who plays it back to Mukina. Now to Ivo Serta. Back to Mukina. Reagan pointing back to Mashburn, wanting him to receive the back pass, however. Titans pressing high. Brown has to hoof it down and will not able to keep the ball in play. It will be a Mercy throw, challenged there by Garrett Weaver of the Titans. And it will be, appears to be Felwak who will throw. And correction, that's Halloran. And Halloran loses the ball before ultimately regained by Grant Harrison. Harrison plays it back to Devin Mendez. Mendez now able to play it out to Harrison before it goes out of bounds for another Detroit throw. And the delivery there by Garrett Weaver. Out of bounds for another Michigan throw. Weaver throwing it forward to Reitzloff. However, Mashburn comes up to retrieve it. Mashburn will roll it out to Reagan to his left. Reagan to Serta, who plays it back to Mashburn. Mashburn now out to Mukina. Mukina to Serta. Mukina, long ball there to Emavon on the wing. Emavon has a little bit of space. Emavon goes down. Both players go down. Whistle blows, and the foul will be on Emavon. Fighting right there with Garrett Weaver. Correction, Grant Harrison. And the free kick will go and Mendez will come out of his net and hit it far. And it falls to Mukina, tries to launch it back into the zone. Emavon, well marked there by Colin Cavanaugh. And now it will be a Michigan throw, it appears, and it will be Peter Brown who will take from the right side in the attacking third. Michigan putting numbers forward. It looks like the long throw is on. No, Rosendahl comes back in, as does Serta. There will not be a long throw. Still a long throw into the box before Ibarra tries to take it down, but it's not clear by Weaver. And now it's Ayak to Cavanaugh. Correction to Bennett Brooks, making his game debut for the Titans in the second half. And now it's appears to be Mormon driving forward. Now Weaver loses the ball, and it falls to Emavon. Emavon marked by Halloran. Halloran ultimately be able to force the throw. Halloran delivers. Reagan able to put his head on it, and it falls to Ibarra in the center. Ibarra looking to play in Rosendahl. Rosendahl to Serta. Good tackle there on the ball by Halloran. Correction, by Bennett Brooks. And now Rosendahl comes charging in, attempted cross, and deflected back for a corner by Halloran. And it will be Mark Ibarra to take this corner from the goalkeeper's left. Ibarra being right-footed, this is going to be an outswinging kick. Michigan has all their numbers forward, save Borges and Brown back to cover. And Ibarra, outswinging corner it goes. Very deep, though. Headed clear by Weaver. And ultimately cleared far and out of bounds for a Michigan throw. Mark Gatson thought he could get it. Ultimately not able to, and Borges will take the throw. And Borges throws into Mertz. And a foul called. Mertz tried to take that quickly, however, referee pointing to a location a little bit farther forward where the ball should be placed for the kick. Foul is on Bennett Brooks. And Borges will take the free kick. Michigan with a few numbers forward. They may be trying for a long ball in from there that can be headed. No, Borges takes it short out to the works by Halloran and by Weaver. Mertz gets the cross in too deep for Emavon. Emavon and Halloran chasing after it, and it will go out of bounds for a goal kick. Now a little under 10 minutes gone in the second half. Michigan still up 2-0 against Detroit Mercy, as Devin Mendez will take this goal kick. Mendez delivers. Long ball, and it will fall to Peter Brown. Brown trying to play it to Lucas Rosendahl, however, not successful. And another ball out of bounds in essentially the same spot there by Brown. And now Osman able to play it out to Emavon. Good flick there by Emavon, letting Mertz chase after it. However, Bennett Brooks gets there first. Borges to Mertz. Mertz tries to play a back heel. Borges was going inside, not ready for it. And now to Grant Harrison. Daniel Ayak loses the ball to Ibarra. Bad touch to Mukina. Ibarra in the center. Ibarra 1-2 with Reagan. Reagan on the left side now. Once again, Emavon streaking across horizontally. Emavon sees Serta. Serta plays Emavon in, however, didn't lead him enough. Knocked away by, appears to be Colin Cavanaugh, however. May have taken a little bit of a foot to the head there by Emavon while going for it. Nothing malicious, no foul called. And it will be a Michigan throw. And Cavanaugh delivers. Borges able to get a toe poke up in the air, but a foul called on Ivo Serta for pushing. Garrett Weaver from behind the halfway line tries to deliver a ball into the box, headed up into the air by Mukina, and an over the back foul by Bennett Brooks. And Robbie Mertz may have come down on that ankle. Mertz is on the ground, the senior co-captain, and he is up and will be okay, and it will be a free kick to Michigan. Jackson Reagan, it appears, will take. Correction, it will be Henry Mashburn who will take it. He will take it short and left to Reagan, who will cross the field to Mukina. Mukina now Serta. Serta tries to play Brown in on the overlap, but now Serta driving forward. Serta tries to play in Farouk Osman, however, knocked clear by Garrett Weaver. Good last second challenge there by Weaver. Brown recaptures the ball. Now to Rosendahl on the overlap, and foul called. Peter Brown is on the deck. And it will be another free kick to Michigan in the attacking third. And it will be Mark Ibarra, it appears, to take. Ibarra lying deep in the midfield, but some defensive acumen, however, not necessarily the bruising number 6 that you often associate. More akin to Santi Cazorla than he is to Sergio Busquets. And Ibarra delivers from the right side. Low cross. Nearly picked out Osman perfectly, but again, another saving header there by Bennett Brooks. Correction, Colin Cavanaugh. And another ball put in by Ibarra off the volley. And it falls to Daniel Ayak going the other way. Emavon able to interfere with that pass, and pass, it will go out of bounds for another mercy throw. And Halloran plays it back to Mendez. And another over-the-back foul, this time on Mark Gadsden. Mercy really struggling with that in the second half, and now not sure who will take this kick. Looks like it will be Reagan. No, Reagan will pick the ball up, take it back a little bit, however. Reagan will take the kick to Emavon. Emavon plays it straight back to Reagan. Reagan tries to play in Borges. Not a great pass. Borges didn't see it. No run was made. And now Gadsden's played in on the right wing, but too far a pass from Reitzloff. And Michigan will repossess the ball. Reagan to Mukina. Mukina will play it back to Henry Mashburn. Mashburn will reverse the field to Reagan, who once again will play it back to Mukina. A lot of Michigan's possession is based on the interplay between Jackson Reagan and Daniel Mukina. And now a ball played to Lucas Rosendahl, cuts inside. Rosendahl is fouled. And not quite sure what happened there. The foul may have actually been called on Rosendahl, perhaps for simulation. However, no card comes out, so unsure what happened there. However, Ryan Halloran, when he realized he had the free kick, pushed Rosendahl out of the way to try and take that kick quickly. However, referee having none of that. And Halloran will take far kick. Correction, that was Reitzloff who took the kick. Halloran was in there. Halloran down on the deck. And a shot wide into the side netting by Daniel Ayok. Ryan Halloran back up on his knees, however, and he's going to get up. Looks like he's going to be okay. And Henry Mashburn. And now a substitution for U of D Mercy as Mashburn takes his next free kick. And it will go to Rosendahl, who keeps coming backwards before finally playing it out to Reagan. Ken Dowling is the one who comes in for the Titans. Reagan, long ball across the field. Rosendahl chasing after it, unable to reach. Michigan still up 2-0 against U of D Mercy. And now Devin Mendez will take the kick for the Titans. Mendez delivers, long ball. Knocked down by the Wolverines. Serda calling handball again, however, no whistle there, and it will be Daniel Ayok to Halloran. And another ball in, Kavanaugh, before ultimately repossessed by Michigan yet again. Serda. Rosendahl tries to turn. Halloran, however, slips on the ice. I almost said on the ice, on the pitch and falls. And throw into the box there by Kavanaugh. Nothing amounts to it. Goes straight to Mashburn. Mashburn behind the ball. Ayok pressing up. And now Jackson Reagan will come up the left side. Reagan ultimately turns around and plays it back to Mashburn, who tries the other side to Mukina. Mukina now has Ibarra at the center. Ibarra off the half turn, once again trying to play Osman in, having him chase after it, however. Again, good positioning by Garrett Weaver. Garrett Weaver playing very well tonight on defense for U of D Mercy. And it will be another goal kick for the Titans. Mendez lines up. Long kick. And it will come down, be headed in the air by Serda. And ultimately put up in the air by Halloran. For whistle blows. A bit unsure of what's happening here. And another header out of bounds by Rosendahl off a kick, and it will be a Titan throw. Ayok comes down with it before ultimately losing possession, gets his pocket picked by Ibarra before a foul is called on Ayok then, and Ibarra will take the free kick there. Ayok determined not to have gotten the ball. Mashburn will come up and take the kick as the numbers go forward. Michigan maintaining their shape well. Mukina ultimately plays it back to Mashburn. More players warming up on the sidelines for U of D Mercy. And now Jackson Reagan to Serda, who plays it to Mukina. And whistle blows. Another foul on Garrett Weaver. Correction, that's on Ken Dowling. And Michigan takes that free kick quickly and backwards. Now it's Reagan to Mertz. Back to Jackson Reagan. Cross field to Daniel Mukina. Mukina to Ibarra on the turn. Ibarra reverses field, looks for a back pass, ultimately finds it in Mukuna. Mukuna now to Reagan. Reagan seeing nothing and being pressed by Max Becker. Plays it back to Mashburn. Mashburn, a long play. Tries to get Sosa Emovan in, however, offside yet again. The wind picking up here once again, and the rain seems to have regained its intensity. Mendez plays another ball. Rosendahl able to knock it down before Weaver able to get his skull on it. Mertz puts it up in the air. Osman again. Mertz again off the head. Pinball right there. Ultimately out of bounds for a Titan throw. Garrett Weaver takes the throw, however. Clock stops. Play stops. Robbie Mertz down, clutching his knee. And this is not good news if he can't continue. Michigan senior co-captain, so important to this attack. But Mertz will get up. Head coach Shaka Daly communicating with Mertz. Mertz now talking with the referee. Not sure if Mertz didn't want the clock to stop there or... But now a substitute will be made. Umar Farouk Osman will come out for the first time this game, and Jack Hallahan, the starting right wing, will come out. Will come back in the second half after playing the entire first. And it will be a Detroit throw. Garrett Weaver will throw, but it falls to Borges, who just hoofs it as far as he can. And Robbie Mertz again on the ground. A foul called on Mercy. Clock stops again. The referee might be saying to Shaka Daly, now you might want to get a sub in right now for Mertz if he keeps hobbling. And Borges waves to the sideline for the medics to come out. Mertz looks like he's hurt. Borges almost behaving as if Mertz gets back up, unsure what Shaka Daly wants to do here. Mertz will come over to the sideline as he has to do with the medical staff coming out. Unsure of whether he comes straight back in once play resumes or he will call it an evening. Under 25 minutes left in the second half here. Michigan still up 2-0. However, Michigan yet to generate a shot in the second half. Mercy finally able to register their first shot in the second half. However, it was not on target. And now Michigan will have an indirect free kick, and it will be, correction, it will be a direct free kick. And it will be Marcelo Borges who takes. Borges takes backwards to Reagan. Reagan to Mukuna, who plays it to Emovan, excuse me. And it falls to Mukuna, who plays it back to Reagan. Mertz playing very deep. Reagan, good pass to Hallahan there on the wing. Good movement there. Borges unable to keep it going. And Reagan takes it back to Mashburn. Mashburn looks for the pass, ultimately plays it to Daniel Mukuna. Mukuna comes slowly up the right. Mukuna stuck at the halfway line, pressed by Kavanaugh. And Reagan will play it to Sosa Emovan, again running with a horizontal run. Emovan tries to nutmeg Dylan Philwalk right there, however, not successful. bounced off the inside of Philwalk's leg. And good play there by Mertz with the flick. However, Mertz offside, so Serta having to chase after that himself, but it will go out for a Michigan throw. Excuse me, it will be a Mercy throw. It will be Dylan Philwalk. Philwalk has heads off Borges. And now Hallahan gets the ball. Hallahan trying to play a pass out to Serta, however, not successful, and Hallahan commits a foul there on Garrett Weaver. And ultimately it's played back to Mendez. Mendez will kick it far. Gets over Halloran before falling to Reagan. Reagan looking to play it back to Henry Mashburn. Mashburn looks for a pass, cross pitch, ultimately decides to launch it upfield. Ultimately curling to the left, it will go out of bounds for another Mercy throw on the left side. It will be Garrett Weaver. Dowling unable to control it, and Borges gets fouled. Borges is hurt, and Hallahan not happy. Ken Dowling shown the yellow card for a bad foul. And Ken Dowling, the first player to go down in the book tonight for either side. Michigan not happy with that challenge.
That hit was pretty big.
And
not sure if the medical team should go out there and help him out, or
Borges up and limping. He may need a few seconds, maybe even a minute or so on the sideline. No, it looks like Borges will stay out there, and now Reagan will take the kick. The medical staff never came out. And headed off of Weaver before going out of bounds for another throw for Mercy. Correction, it's for Michigan. Marcelo Borges throws it into the box, but Borges largely being used on the long throw. Now Hallahan has space, plays the cross in too far. Rosendahl not in good position, too deep for Emavon. Emavon now has it on the right wing. Emavon looking for space. Emavon, low cross in. Good defensive play there by number 24, Bennett Brooks. And it will go out for a corner kick. Another substitution. Sosa Emavon will come out, be replaced by the player he replaced in the first half, Noah Kleedke. And it looks like Jack Hallahan, the left footer, will take this kick. It will be an in-swinger. Hallahan delivers, and Mendez able to come out and punch it clear. It goes back to Hallahan. Hallahan looking for a cross, tries to play a really weak ball to Peter Brown before going out. And it will be Colin Kavanaugh who will take this throw. Kavanaugh lobs it in, header by Ibarra before ultimately falling to Mukana. Trying to get it clear, and Jake Porman had his arms up, took a deflection off his arm. I think perhaps maybe his upper arm or shoulder, more likely, but however, Michigan will have a free kick at the halfway line. Mukana will just play it back to Reagan. Reagan back to Mukana. Mukana now to Mertz. Mertz has Brown on the overlap. Brown with the low cross in, looking for Serta. Good defensive play by Halloran. And another clearance by the Titans. Mukana driving forward now with it, and it's Serta. Serta, good pass to Mertz, good touch. Serta looking, Mertz looking for a ball in. Mertz looking for a cross. Bennett Brooks falls down. Borges unable really to control that, and he plays it in, tries to play it in for Kleedke. Kleedke just out of his reach. And the ball goes out, another Michigan throw. It will be whistle blows for another Michigan substitution. It looks like Daniel Mukina will come out for Abdu Samaki. Will replace Mukina alongside Jackson Reagan as Michigan center back pairing. And the throw in by Brown. Brown able to repossess it. Now Hallahan has it. Bit of a heavy touch. Hallahan trying to fake out Weaver. Takes a shot, however, deflected up into the air by Weaver. Borges puts it up in the air. Weaver knocks it down. And now, with some space there, however, closed down very quickly. Reitzel space. It was by Samaki, but now, bit of a misplayed ball there by Mashburn. Mercy will have a corner. Now inside of 20 minutes left, Ken Dowling comes out for U of D Mercy. U of D Mercy really making generous use of their substitutions. And the corner kick will be taken by Ben Al-Garabali. Just come in swinging corner, nobody home, however, other than Jackson Reagan able to head it clear. Now Hallahan has space. It will be a fast break. Hallahan gets free with Kleedke up alongside. Kleedke will be one-on-one with the keeper. Kleedke scores 3-0 Michigan. Goal off a Jackhand fast break. Gets clean of Halloran. Able to play Kleedke in with a perfect ball. Kleedke chips it over into the right of Devin Mendez. And that should ice the game here, barring something miraculous from Mercy. And Michigan gets back into position for the recommencing of play. Kleedke credited with the goal, assisted by Hallahan. Kleedke's second goal of the season. And the ball now played to Max Becker. And it will be a Mercy throw from the left wing. It will be, looks like Al-Garabali. And a foul there on Lucas Rosendahl, fouling Dylan Philwalk. And now Mercy will have a set piece from just outside the 18-yard box. They can make this a little bit interesting with a goal off the set piece. And it will be the delivery by Halloran, way too far. Not sure where that was going, trying to get that over to the net into the residential area on the other side of the pitch. And that was Max Becker who took that kick. And Henry Mashburn stands back to take a goal kick. Rain dying down a little bit once again, but the wind shows no sign of slowing. And Peter Brown will come out for Michigan. His evening appears to be done, and goal kick headed out of bounds by Hallahan. It will be a correction. It was off of Becker. Will be a Michigan throw. Borges. And now it's Samaki. Samaki picks out Rosendahl. Now it falls to Mertz, who, good challenge there, but it falls to Ibarra. Now Mertz on the right. Looked like handball to me, however, no appeals. And Peter Brown having been replaced by number 4, Joel Harrison. But it will be a Michigan corner. Hallahan will take an in-swinger from the goalkeeper's left. 15 minutes left, Michigan up 3-0. Hallahan delivers, high corner, and there will be another goal. It appeared to be Jackson Reagan using his height off his head, and Michigan up 4-0. And all the players coming out to celebrate this 4th goal. Michigan up a commanding lead with 15 minutes left in this game against the Titans of Detroit Mercy. Reagan, obviously a position at center back that does lend itself, especially with his height, to getting goals off set pieces and corners. Reagan there putting his all 6 feet 5 inches to good use and getting that 4th goal. Game over effectively. And now it's to Becker, to Halloran. Now Reitzloff. Reitzloff plays a good ball, but it looked like Bennett wasn't ready for it. Number 34, Sami Nouri on for Mercy. But now it's back to Michigan. Umar Farouk Osman has come back on. Borges looking to challenge Halloran there. Halloran plays a ball down on the ground. Good ball right there for Ben Al-Garabali. Garabali plays the ball out of bounds off of Samaki. And throw delivered by Justin Schuneman. And it will be a goal kick too far out of bounds behind the net for Michigan. No, it will be a throw. Michigan throw. Marcelo Borges from right by the corner. And Borges will throw it to Mertz, however, headed away by Harrison. And now another break appears to be on. Hallahan once again gets free. Hallahan has Osman up alongside. Hallahan will take it himself just wide to the left. A 5th goal right in front of him on a plate. Jack Hallahan not able to score his 1st goal tonight. And the score remains 4-0. And now a substitution. The co-captain, Robbie Mertz, will leave. In his place, Kevin Buka in central midfield. And Mendez will take another free kick. And Ibarra brings it down. It falls to Hallahan. Hallahan controls it. Hallahan knocked down. Foul given on Ayak. And it will be Ibarra to take the kick. Ibarra takes it back to Samaki, who plays it to Kleidke. Back to Samaki. Samaki, beautiful crossfield pass to Borges. Borges takes it down to Osman. Osman trying to play Borges in, however, weak pass right there. And it will be knocked around and out by Evan Mazurek. And now Michigan throw. Serta to Osman. Now back to Serta. Serta to Borges. Serta looking for space in the box. Serta trying to play a cross in, however, deflected out for a corner by Grant Harrison. And Mark Ibarra will go over to the corner flag to take this next corner kick. 12 minutes left in the 2nd half. Michigan up 4-0 against the University of Detroit Mercy. And Ibarra, in-swinger, delivers. Another attempted header there by Serta, however, not able to get on it. Ball headed back into the box by Buka before ultimately repossessed by Ibarra. Ibarra goes for another ball in. Osman on the far post. Osman tries a header, not able to get his head on it, and it falls to Mendez. Osman almost got it off where his neck meets his shoulder. And now it's Mazurek. To Becker. Osmond intercepts. Osmond plays Hallahan in. Good dummy by Hallahan. Now Buka with the shot. Buka off the post. Looked like it was going to bounce inside. But still inbounds. Michigan able to repossess. Now Kleedke. Could be 6 goals right now. Ibarra plays in Hallahan. Hallahan almost turns his marker. Hallahan with a attempted wrap shot, however, scuffs it and takes a deflection anyway. It will roll harmlessly to Mendez, who will palm it and look to take a kick from outside the box. Mendez will deliver long ball, curling right. Borges goes up for the header, and it falls to Serta. Michigan really controlling this game at the end now. Reagan will play it out to Samaki. Mashburn being pressed by Algarabaldi. Whistle blows. And the clock has stopped, unsure why. And Trevor Dion will depart the game. Looks like in will come Bennett Brooks again. The referee will give the ball to Serta, an indirect free kick. Serta delivers to Osman. Osman pressed by Schoenemann. Osman tries to play a center ball into Hallahan, however, hoofed wide, and Michigan will have a throw. From the left side. No, Michigan will make another sub. Mark Ibarra departs the game. And Mark Getson comes back in for Mercy. And if you heard that, Carlos Tejas will come in and replace Mark Ibarra in the midfield. And good saving play there by Tejas on his first touch of the game. Will go to Reagan. And now it falls to Hallahan, who tries to flick it out to Osman, succeeds. Osman looks to play it to Hallahan again. However, Hallahan double marked, loses the ball. Mercy will try and play a long ball. However, Reagan able to come down with it. Reagan plays it back to Mashburn. Mashburn being pressed up high by Jason Blackwell, the new arrival for Mercy in this game. Harrison plays the ball up. Osman not able to control it. Now Serta has it knocked up in the air. Reagan plays a ball in. Now Osman on the hold-up. Osman turns around, plays it to Serta. Serta back to Osman. Serta ultimately back to Reagan. Michigan giving up lots of space. And now Mashburn will control it and give it to Samaki on the other side. Samaki picks out Hallahan. Hallahan, heavy touch there, loses the ball to Mazurek. And now Tejas goes down. Foul called. Quick free kick taken by Michigan. Serta plays it back to Reagan. Now it's to Tejas. Back to Samaki to Reagan. Reagan plays in Kleedke. Kleedke on the left wing. Kleedke plays out of bounds for Michigan throw. Just under 8 minutes now remaining in this game. And now it's Kleedke on the right wing. Kleedke gets the cross into Tejas. Tejas unable to keep the header down. Way over the net it goes. And another substitution will be made for Mercy. Not sure who has just come in there, however. It appears that Jason Blackwell is done. And now a little bad foul there for Michigan. Mazurek going for the header. He just gets bowled over by, correction, that's Kevin Tapcom. Gets just bowled over by Joel Harrison. And now Becker will take a kick. Will take this free kick for Michigan. Now under 7 minutes in the game. Now it falls to Al Garibali. Al Garibali, bad pass intercepted there by Tejas. And Kleedke plays it into Osman. Osman's got space, 1-on-4, unless he can cross it to Hallahan. Osman taking it all the way to the touchline. Osman delivers the cross, but takes a deflection, and it will be cleared. Borges will come down with it. Borges drives forward. Now Kleedke. Kleedke sees Borges on the overlap, plays Borges on the overlap, however, not a great pass. Good play to intercept there by the debutant, Joel Van Hook, for Mercy tonight. And it will be Mendez again. And it will be Buka who tries to drive forward, however, heavy touch. And now Tapcom. Harrison able to get it away. And it will go out of bounds for a Detroit Mercy throw. And it will still fall to Michigan. Buka able to play a ball in, however. Foul called on Becker. Correction on Bennett Brooks. Michigan will have a free kick just inside their own half. Serta looks for options. Serta will ultimately try to deliver a ball long to Hallahan. Hallahan unable to come up with it. Not a great touch, and another just ball hoofed down in the zone. No real desire there to play that by generated by Van Hook. And now Reagan will play it to Samaki. Samaki to Kleedke. Good touch by Kleedke. Now Osman has space. Osman to Hallahan. Hallahan turns his marker. Hallahan has Borges inside. And throw behind him, however, mishandled there by, U of D has substituted a goalkeeper, Sami Nouri. And Nouri will play it in. Good ball out there by Al Garibali. We're ultimately going out of bounds for a Mercy throw. It will be number 4, Justin Schoenemann, to take this one. Schoenemann delivers. Picks out Al Garibali before losing the ball. Borges. Reagan. Reagan out to Mashburn. Mashburn to Sabaki. Mashburn to Reagan on the other side. Reagan will play it to Samaki. Samaki attempts a long ball. Almost picks out Tejas right there, however. Gatson in good position. And now Hallahan in on goal. Hallahan gets around Nouri. Hallahan finally gets his goal. 5-0 Michigan. 3 minutes left. Hallahan gets around Nouri, turns 2 defenders, calmly lays a ball in. And now 3 minutes left in the game. Detroit Mercy just looks like they want to go home. And Tejas will get credit for the assist.
The Titans seem to have lost a lot of their energy that they came out with on the start of the second half.
Indeed. The Titans pressing high at the start, however, now largely retreated. And Joel Harrison will just play a ball out of bounds, and Tepcom will relinquish the throw. Mercy in no hurry here. Looks like it will be to Justin Schudeman. And they will attempt a long throw. Titans have numbers forward. And here it comes, throw into the box. Good positioning there by Tabcom, however. Reagan too tall for him. And another ball out of bounds, another goal kick for Henry Mashburn. 2.5 minutes left now. Crowd starting to walk out here at the U of M Soccer Stadium. Game well in hand. Mashburn to Samaki, who plays it out to Reagan. Reagan plays it back to Mashburn. Now to Samaki. Serta has some space. Serta has not come out all game. Now to Samaki. Samaki back to Reagan. Reagan crossfield to Samaki. Samaki looking for a longer pass, but we're ultimately just playing it back to Reagan. Borges and Serta both gesturing for Reagan to drive forward, which he does. Plays it back to Borges. Borges plays Callahan in. Callahan turns inside. Hallahan, rather. Hallahan goes for the long shot with his weaker foot. Had to get deflected over by Nori. Callahan disappointed, almost a brace there on his weaker foot. And it will go to the corner flag for a corner kick from the goalkeeper's left. And it will be Hallahan again taking this corner. Now at the 1 minute mark left in the game, Michigan up 5-0, pressing here for a sixth. Hallahan delivers in swinging corner. Serta gets his head on it. Nori comes up big. Good catch there. And it will be Tapcom. Tapcom not ready for it. The wind caught that ball. Borges cutting inside. However, Michigan largely not ready for that. Borges tries to play Hallahan in, however. Led him too much. Ball goes out for a goal kick. 30 seconds left. Nori looks like he's going to take this long ball. And Nori will deliver out to the halfway line. Pinball up in the air. Knocked down to Tejas. And another sloppy pass there. Attempted to be fancy there by Hallahan, and it will be a throw, and Becker will take. And Reagan will field out of bounds. And that will be the end of the game tonight here at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. The 16th ranked Wolverines move to 9-2-1 on the season, defeating the Detroit Mercy Titans 5-0. Nick, have any final thoughts before we close out?
Wolverines played a very great game today. Hallahan was on fire all throughout with strong ball possession and playmaking skills.
And that will do it here on this Wednesday night. The rain stopping. For listening here at WCBN Sports. My name is Nick Hornberg, and thank you very much to Nick Lee for joining me on his first broadcast. Thank you very much, those of you who are listening, and have a great evening, everybody. Go Blue. The final score here from U of M Soccer Stadium, Michigan 5, Detroit Mercy 0.